Hey everybody, Lady Cheryl here. Thank you so much for stopping in to my YouTube channel today. In this vlog, I'm going to share with you how I finally got around to using the elevated raised garden beds that I had in an area where it wasn't getting a lot of sun during the fall. Well, we relocated them, we made some adjustments to them, and I'm going to share with you how I'm planting my tomatoes and marigolds in them. Okay, so let's go outside and get started. I come to the garden alone while the dew is still on the roses, and the voice I hear falling on my ears, the Son of God discloses, and he walks with me and he talks with me. In my last video, I shared with you how I attach my Keter hanging baskets to my grow boxes. And I just wanted to remind you or introduce to my new subscribers that these baskets are old and they really withstand extremely cold temperatures as well as hot temperatures. And how I attach them is simply by using a zip tie. What I did, I'm pointing now to two holes that I use a soldering gun to put inside of the grow boxes, and then I took this heavy duty zip tie and I fastened it. And the reason why I'm redoing it is because we have very high winds, and during the winter I take the baskets off and put them up on the ledge or somewhere where they can be protected. And so now right here, I'm just showing you how I'm making sure that the chains are adjusted nicely. And then I'm going to take the hanging basket over to the grow boxes, and then I'll just hang it from the zip tie. And that zip tie is very, very strong. And my little 8-year-old grand angel, Bria, was the person that was filming during this part of the video that I shared with you a few days ago. And like I said, she's 8 years old, and she's been doing this with me, gardening, for since she was born. I used to have her in the garden in her walker. So she was, before she even learned how to walk, she was helping me or keeping me company while working in my garden. Hey everybody, it's sunny out here. It's about 80 degrees, and I just want to show you, it's very, very windy. But Bria and I put the rest of the hanging baskets over here on attached to the grow boxes. I'll get a little closer and show you more detail. I want you to see that I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of the baskets up. I still have 3 more on the ground, but I haven't decided if I'm gonna hang them on the grow boxes. I have some trellises at the food forest I might bring over here and put them on there, because those are morning glories and they'll vine down real long. It's Friday afternoon. It's currently 77 degrees, and I just want to show you how well the tomato plants and the marigolds that I transplanted in here a few days ago in my last video. Okay, they are doing excellent. Now I'm going to tackle these 2 garden beds, and I'm going to pull out the weeds and replenish the soil with what I took out. And they were able to move these without, removing a lot of the soil. If you don't know, this is Irish Spring soap. Right there. And right there. To keep the squirrels away. And I'm just going to throw it behind here and start working on these 2 beds. Now, I showed you how I transplanted my tomato seedlings straight up and down deeply into the soil. I'm going to show you how to transplant a couple of them sideways. I have bed number 2 weeded out, and I raked up the soil just to mix it up a little bit and make sure there wasn't any dry clump patches in there. And now I'm going to transplant these tomato seedlings that I grew in this mini greenhouse that I made when I did my winter sowing. So I showed you how to plant them straight up and down. Now I'm going to show you how to plant one sideways. Now I really don't have to because of the height of this bed. It has a lot of soil in it. I'll go look on the invoice on the website and see how tall it is. But it's plenty of room. But I want to share with you another way of doing it in case you have garden beds or containers that are not that deep. Okay? So when I get this one out, I'll share. Here is the root ball right there. And you can see it's a nice, healthy seedling. What I do is I make a little hole, I lay it on its side, then I cover it up and slightly bend it forward and bring some soil around it. Now the difference is that the roots will spread out and they'll have more room. And that's the way I normally plant them in my garden beds. But you guys know, I keep telling you that I moved. So I'm doing things a little bit differently. Now I'm going to just pinch off these little small branches. Secure this a little bit more. Don't want it too close to the edge. And this soil is pretty dry, so I'm going to slowly water it. I'll come back when I plant all the rest of the tomato seedlings in here. I'm going to plant one more, and I'm just doing this for documentation purposes. I'm going to plant one more horizontally this way with the roots going out that way in this area right in here, and then the rest of them will be planted straight up and down vertically. I finished bed number 2. And just a reminder, I want you to know right here in the center, I placed 2 tomato seedlings horizontally right in here. So if we want to do compare and contrast later on in the season, and right over here, I finished tomato bed number 3. And you can see I strategically placed marigolds, just like I did in this bed and this bed. Now I have to just water everything in. It's drooping a little bit, but have no fear. It's gonna look like this in a few days. I'm back at the food forest at my investment property, and I just want to show you all how big this mulberry tree has gotten. And it is absolutely loaded, about 25 feet tall. I will prune it 10 feet every year. And I'll show you the berries. They're small, but this is supposed to be a native black mulberry. And it's super, super delicious. Wow, so sweet. I'm sure the birds have been having a field day over here. I'm gonna move over a little bit more and show you. Excuse me for smacking. But they are delicious. I haven't been over here in a couple of weeks. So that tree is real humongous. The berries are small, but they're super sweet. Here's my prayer garden. And you can see I gotta get weeds out of here. And some of the banana plants are coming up. I'm gonna dig them up and take them back to my container garden. That's the Texas red hibiscus there. And I got some little statues and little things down here I'm gonna pick up. And take these 2 pots and this beautiful pot right there. And I think those are Mexican sunflowers. I'm gonna take my owl right here, and this is a humongous black turkey fig tree. And then I have a, I'll take those pots, saucers, and I've got pears. I believe this is a kefir pear. Looks like it has some damage, but I see balloons on it. Our pears is gonna be all on this tree. And this area right here hasn't leafed out yet. And let me show you the other part of the fig tree. This garden bed needs to be cleaned out. It has a lot of weeds. This is what happens when you neglect it. But look at this peach tree. Let me see if I can go in closer. I'm telling you guys that it is loaded with fruit. I'll come in closer so you can see. Maybe right there. It's loaded with fruit, guys. But I just got to get in here and clean up. Lots of peaches. And then the Sun Glow Nectarine has buds on it. It's just beginning to leaf out. Here's some lettuce that self-seeded from the garden beds. And it's bolting. I'm going to taste it, and if it tastes okay, I'll cut it down, but I'll take the lettuce with me. Sometimes when it starts to bolt, it will be a little too bitter. Let me clean my phone. Lettuce that landed over here and here in this walkway. Some dandelions over here. And right here is my Sasser Magnolia tree. It's beautiful. Right across from it is the elderberry bushes and the, what do you call those? Jujubes. It's a big tree right there, and elderberries. And I see jujubes on the tree. We've got 2 apple trees over there, and right here are 2 plum trees. We got a Yates persimmon behind there, and a Fuyu persimmon loaded with fruit right here. This is the mimosa trees. There's 2 of them. And let me see if I can go way back there by the fence. See if I can be careful and walk through here. Right here is a pawpaw tree. Let me go out so you can see it better. Pawpaw, come on. Pawpaw tree surrounded by comfrey. A sea of comfrey all in here. Look how beautiful that is. It's gonna make some excellent fertilizer. And when I come over here and chop it down or pay somebody, I don't know if I can physically do all this work anymore. If I can't, I will have somebody help me do it. It's a pecan tree right here. It's a volunteer. Try not to go so fast. And we have a Texas white hibiscus right there where you see those branches. Let me show you. You see where these branches are right here? I will have to cut them down and coming up on this side straight right there. Let me go closer. That is a white Texas hibiscus. Okay. And here's a pawpaw tree, haven't bloomed out yet. And there's another pawpaw tree. So my tenants are going to love it. And here is a volunteer pecan tree right there where my finger is. Right here is a Santa Rosa plum, and it is loaded with plums. I'm going to show you. See right here, right here, right here, here. Uh-oh. I have to be careful so I don't fall. Loaded. It's a little sad that I have to leave it. Had it for 5 years. It's the first time it's put on fruit. Santa Rosa plums. Wow. Brian and Bria are gonna have a field day. Okay. Over here, we have our muscadine grapes. And you can see that that's the beginning. Let me show you. Let me go closer. Muscadines. That's how they look when they first come on the vine. Here's another one. Another cluster. They're going to grow real big, guys. This is an apple tree in the ground. A delicious apple tree. Gave me huge apples. I'm going to see if I can find a picture and share it with you all. Here's another fig tree. Brown turkey fig tree. It is humongous. Let me see. I don't know how I'm going to get through here. I don't think I can do it. And here's the elderberry bush that's hiding. Wow. This brown turkey fig is humongous. Whoever's going to be blessed to rent this property, they're going to have the opportunity of a lifetime to come out and get fresh fruit. If you're new to growing fruit trees, I want you to know you have to have a lot of patience. You see on the right side of the screen, that is what those unrooted cuttings look like when I purchased them. But they didn't have any leaves on them, just the little sticks, a little cutting. And then I rooted them, and then those trees just really took off. One year, the brown turkey fig tree close to the property fence died all the way down to the ground, but it came back. So don't be discouraged. It takes a little while. You have to be patient, but they will grow very large and tall. I just want to show you right here how the elderberry bush will spread. There's a little bitty one here I'm gonna dig up. There's one right here. And right here. And here. And here. And I'm gonna move them into containers at my investment property. You can see another one here and here. So they are very, very invasive. Over in this bed, you can see I have dandelions and there are cone flowers too. I'll show you. They haven't bloomed yet, but they're right down there, all mixed into this bed. A lot of weeds I've got to clean up. So here again is a better view of the jujube tree. It's tall, guys, way up there. And it is enclosed or surrounded with elderberry bushes. And I can just tell you right off the bat, I'm not going to clean this up. I'm going to pay somebody to do all this. This is going to be a little bit too much for me. If I was keeping up with it, you know, like I was before I moved, it wouldn't have gotten overgrown like this. This is an overview of the muscadines cascading over my privacy fence. Let me go back out so I can show you how plentiful those muscadines are going to be. And it makes a beautiful bouquet of muscadine grapes and a delicious wine I make out of it. Very soon in another video, I'll show you the back view of the food forest at my investment property. There's several apple trees back there, and I can give you a close-up on the Yates American persimmon tree as well as the Japanese Fuyu persimmon tree. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun making it. See you the next time. Thanks for watching. Bye now. Bria and I are getting this order ready so that we can ship it. And we always take pride in our orders. Right, Bria?
Yes.
Okay. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Thanks for watching.